So on February 3rd of this semester, I added 3 quizzes to the course. And the word quiz is alarming, and I think that it probably accelerated folks' heart rates fairly instantly when they saw this. So these quizzes, I think, are worth maybe 1 point apiece. And let me explain what they are. Let's just read the titles first. Course Embedded Field Experience Logging number 1, Finland Phenomenon. Course Embedded Field Experience Logging number 2, Common Core PD. Course Embedded Field Experience Logging number 3, BYOT Chat. And the key word there is logging. So this is not a real quiz. It's more of a did you do this field experience? Now, one thing I want you to make sure you've done at this point, we are in the beginning of session 3 when I'm posting this video. Be sure that you are very aware of this field experience assignment. If you've not yet read this in detail and possibly watched my little helper videos here, these are added if you need someone explaining the text. But I would say read the text and check out what are the setup activities, how do I get this going, check out all of this stuff. And I've told you to do this before, but it's not too late. Make sure you read this by the end of session 3. You need to know what this field experience is about. And I'll quickly summarize it right now. One of the biggest requirements in this class is that you have 10 hours of field experience. Things like observing in a soup kitchen or observing a recreational basketball team, for example. And you need 10 hours of field experience. Well, by choice, I have provided 5 hours of field experience for you within activities you do in the course. So 5, if you do the assignments that I've provided in the course, then you get 5 hours. And what are those assignments? Let's take a look at the course plan. And it's not totally clear what they are here, but you do see in session 1 that 2 hours of field experience were provided in that session. It might be a little, again, it may be unclear, okay, what got me that field experience? And I could clarify that in the course plan with some more symbols, although there's quite a few there already. So session 1, for doing the blog 1 post, which included watching that 1-hour Finland Phenomenon movie, you got 2 hours of field experience. And the reason I gave you 2 for that is because the quality of that movie was very high. You know, you really saw a lot in it. A lot of the time when you go out into the field and you do 10 hours somewhere, it could be argued that you only saw 7 hours of quality observations of something. It could be that you spent a few hours, not really doing valuable things. So because it's so valuable, because somebody edited a film and showed you the best things, you actually get 2 hours for that Finland Phenomenon there. Here in session 4, there's a number of videos. In fact, I can just click and show you. If you go to the blog post session 4, which is about curriculum and the Common Core, get through all this lead-up information, and under the Materials to Explore section, question number 3, how can I improve my ability to support the Common Core standards? This will take you about an hour, and it's worth 1.5 hours of field experience. I want you to watch these. It's 7 videos. Again, it adds up to about an hour technically, but it's high quality stuff. I want you to do all of it, and it's part of blog post 4. So again, let me go ahead and the point of this movie is to really clarify this, so let me go ahead and show you, just so we're really clear about session 1, the Finland Phenomenon. Let me go in there and show you where that's located. Oopsie, sorry. Session 1 blog post. We go in here, what is the nature of the Finnish educational system? And while I was in there, I went ahead and edited that to say worth 2 hours of field experience on this Finland Phenomenon 1-hour movie. Finally, the third item that's a field experience is in session 5. If we go into the blog post, we see we have 1.5 hours in this session. And here's what it is. We're learning about bring your own technology in the classroom. And item number 3, what concerns, interests, and or excites do current educators about BYOT? So that didn't read very well, so I fixed that. What concerns, interests, and or excites current educators about BYOT? For 45 to 60 minutes, I want you to observe the BYOT chat Twitter feed. You can monitor it live on a Thursday night. Thursdays from, let's see, what time is it? From 9 to 10. or even not live. I want you to go and explore it. This is the Twitter chat. It's the hashtag BYOT chat. And folks are constantly posting on this feed, but then live on Thursday nights for an hour, they actually get in and kind of go nuts, chatting about things and posting things and having conversation. And so I really want you to come in and see it live. But if you miss it live, then just go through the feed for an hour and get your field experience. All right, so now I think you get that. So again, the class requires 10 hours of field experience. I provide 5 within course activities. You guys, one way for me to have evidence that you've done the field experience is that you do your blog post for that session. However, I wanted to add an extra layer of just sort of official, you acknowledging that you have done this. And that way I can use this, because it could be that you do a blog post without reading everything. I mean, I know that that could happen. And so I need you to affirm for me or confirm for me that you've actually done these things. Because if you haven't done these things, then you will need to do extra hours at your own field site. Okay? And so all these are is that starting in, I think, session 4, you'll see these pop up. I'll actually ask you to complete this Common Core one, and I'll ask you to go back and complete the Finland Phenomenon one. But you can actually go and take it right now if you want. And I believe if you go in and let's click on it and see what we find. This is a different view. You guys have a different view. But basically the question is this. In this course, you're required to complete 10 hours of field experience. Through course activities, you're provided with 5 hours. Below indicate whether or not you view this film in its entirety. If you say yes, then you earn your 2 hours. If you say no, then you have to go do 2 hours. And so I want you to be honest for me, please, and tell me if you've done it. All right, so you can take those quizzes at any point, except obviously you don't take them before you've done your field experience. That I don't think that's not at all what this is about. This is not about clicking yes so that yes, you get 5 hours and you're done with it. If you're serious about being a teacher or speech language pathologist, you need to go out and have rich experiences, whether that's through the 5 hours I've provided or 5 extra hours that you go find for yourself. All of this benefits you professionally in the future. So take it seriously, please, and let me know if you did it. So that's the point. And if you have any more questions about that, please let me know. Thank you.